he jumps out of the basket and screams like a fucking asshole. Like, what kind of brother is that? Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. This guy sources all his time and effort on you, dragging you around,
right?
Clearing up your nonsense and shit.
Right.
You can't just let him get laid
just
every once in a while.
Right. Just go, God damn it, Belial.
That was perfect, Dylan.
Holy
that was
shit,
good. That was good.
Fuck yeah, that's
you should put that at the beginning of the show.
That's how we'll start the whole episode. Yeah, if you want to taste
you
it,
can do that. You can do that little taste right there, and then have like that SpongeBob like a few hours.
2,000 years later.
Who wants some? Who's next? Huh? How about it? Who wants some?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Well, hello, and welcome back to the very best place that you could be in the entire world, the entire void, the entire, I don't know, hellscape of French cinema, Italian cinema, any fucking cinema you want to watch. The VHS Doom Podcast and Rental Store. Woo, woo, woo. We're so glad that you're joining us again this week. We have a very special episode in store for you. We have Mathius the Ill from Mutant City Horror in the store with us today, folks. So we're making this shit happen. Very, very exciting. I don't know.
What up?
I don't know if you heard me saying this, but I was saying we've been called the Mutant City Horror of the East, and I'm pretty sure you guys have been called the VHS Doom of the West. So
I was calling you guys that the other day at my work. I was talking to some buddies at work about that.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, we're stoked to have you in the store, man. Like we've been itching to get you guys on. Unfortunately, rated PG. He came down with some the sickness, man. So he couldn't make it today. But that's all right. I think what we can do, because we didn't want to push back this episode again, and we really appreciate having you here. But I appreciate
being here.
Yeah, maybe we can do. We're doing Basket Case today, guys. So maybe we could do Basket Case 2 as a sequel altogether or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah. So last week, guys, we hope you really enjoyed listening into our very first community room interview with David Sandoval. If you haven't gone and listened to that, go check it out. He is a comic book creator. He has a new project out right now called Serum, which is on Kickstarter, which got funded at the first level already. So thank you, everybody who went out to support David. But yeah, we want to keep having these community room sessions and having people come on. So we hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you haven't checked it out, go back 1 week, check it out. It's a pretty quick episode. Also, friends, if you haven't already, go check us out. God, you son of a bitch. Every week, man. Bro, in the middle of an interview with like a brand new person, comic book creator, Mikey cracks one on me, man. That's all right. I love it. Thank you for keeping me on my toes.
Before that, I couldn't even do it. So
I know. Well, we were covering some heavy ass shit, bro. Like Gaspar Noé, that man's content. You're not cracking cans on that one, man. So yeah,
you're vomiting into cans.
You're vomiting onto the fucking floor. That's for sure. So yeah. So if you haven't checked us out on Patreon, go do that. You get your very own custom VHS Doom rental card. It helps support the show in a big way. We already have a couple, and Mutant City Horror is one of our Patreon supporters. So thank you guys. We really appreciate you. I think you got card number 2. So, go get your own card, guys, out there. All right, quick updates. Mikey, do you have any updates from the crew over on Twitter/X?
I mean, I spoke to the In Film We Trust guys, and they want to do something probably like in 2 months because they're kind of packed for the next 2 months.
Okay, cool.
I
Awesome.
am on. Well, I'm not on the episode because I was sick last week, but I contributed like a tweet that they read off about Terrifier on their last
Nice.
episode, like of the worst films.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about the remake of The Fog, which is like one of the worst movies ever, and Terrifier.
Oh my god, bro! I fucking watched that because I thought we were going to be on that show. I was so fucking mad about that. I hadn't watched it in like 2 decades because it was trash, and then I'm like, all right, I'll watch this trash movie, and then you're like, I'm sick. I
Sammy
can't
brought
do
home
it.
this virus, and we were all just puking. He was exorcist puking all over the house. It was not
Fucking. What's that guy's name? Tom. That everybody was in
Tom
love
Welling?
with. Yeah, Tom Welling.
Yeah,
He
my
just
wife used to have a crush on him.
bro, what a fucking trash film. Oh well, that's all right.
I think I said it's if you took everything good out of the original and just made the movie.
Right. And you're like, hey, here's this girl. She's the main character, and then she's just gonna, with no explanation, be a ghost at the end. Like, what? Fuck off. Get out of here. It's so dumb.
Yeah, so trash.
I don't know why they hate Terrifier 2 so much. I don't know.
Well, Terrifier 1. I think it was just because there's no plot.
One?
To it. Yeah, I think it's the people, their fans voted. And I think it's just like there was no plot. It was just kills. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't understand that because I love effects work. So
yeah, and I mean,
me too.
If you go back to All Hallows Eve, you get like the beginnings of a story ish, and then you kind of run with it, So, but I guess you got to kind of combine both of those. So, cool. All right. Well, updates on my end. So, from Instagram, that's pretty much where I hang out on social media. So we have a couple cool things coming. So there's a film that's in production right now that's called Vampire, and I'm in talks with them to get them, possibly the director, producer, and one of the actors on the show in March.
Nice.
So we'll keep you guys updated on that. That would be really.
That's from the Toothbrain people.
No, Vampire is a different company.
Okay.
I need to get more information on them still.
Oh, that was the thing Mike was showing me. Okay.
Yeah, they actually, one of the actors, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he worked in The Room with Tommy Wiseau. He is in this film. So there's some
Art
cool.
the Clown.
What? Oh yeah,
no, not sure.
Conveniently speaking, I thought it was kind of funny.
Nice. There you go. Sneaking it in. That's what's up. Oh man, dude, I don't know. I can't believe that they hate Terrifier once. Like that's one of the best kills. Like the saw straight down the middle, bro. Like you can't.
It's represented on this shirt somewhere. Here it is. Right there.
Oh, is it? Bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep. There you go. There you go. Man, I just can't hate that. I can't. Anyway.
I got an autograph by Art the Clown, and the image I have him on is that with the split corpse and stuff.
Nice.
And I had the luxury of meeting the girl who played that role, and I had her sign it too.
Oh, that's what's up.
I had her sign it right in the split in between, and the little notice he put on there was no selfies, Matthew, and he's taking a selfie of him next to the corpse and stuff.
That's awesome, bro.
It's a great picture.
Dude, she I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but she has her own podcast. She does a horror movie podcast, and she was mentioning that Damien was telling her, you're about to be one of the most famous girls in horror, of all time. And I feel like, if you think about crazy fucking ways to die, that doesn't get much better. It doesn't get much better than that. So I think he was right there. She is
that's right.
Legendary.
Exactly. I told her exactly that. You're a legendary icon in horror movie, in the horror movie industry at this point.
Right.
Everyone's going to remember that scene.
Right. Forever. Right. Exactly. Shit. I'll never forget it. The first time I watched it, I was like, oh, what the fuck? Bro, that was good shit. It was good shit. Yeah. So, so cool stuff. We might have the director, whatever, on from Vampire. Toothbrain Productions actually has I've been talking back and forth with them, and they are working on their first full-length feature script, which is called Late Bite, from what I've seen. And it's actually the premise is going to be about a VHS store. So I want to stay involved with that. Yeah, that's kind of, up our alley. So if we can help with production or whatever with sick. That, and maybe I'll just throwing it out there. If you're listening, I'll make a cameo, James. So yeah. All right. Cool. So anyway, wherever you're listening, please subscribe. Go, help us out with a rating. I think we have a few followers now, which is pretty cool. We've grown a lot over the last, month, and we really appreciate all you guys joining us.
Like a few weeks, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of like double, tripled, whatever, which is really cool. So if you guys haven't left us a rating wherever you're listening to us, specifically Spotify, if you haven't, go click the little stars. That's super helpful for the show. Just so you guys know, the way that Spotify works is the more people that leave you ratings, the more they show your show to other people. And we just want to grow the community, because I feel like the people who would listen to our show are generally probably going to be cool people, and we want to have those people in contact with one another. So yeah, let us be the hangout spot, the VHS Doom podcast and rental store. Also,
it's a great podcast, because I listen to it myself when I'm at work. So
dude, thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yo, I love listening to y'all's show too. I'm not gonna lie, you guys have so much fucking fun. I think the first episode I listened to, excuse me, was actually your Christmas show. You guys were
Sleigh Bells?
No. It was the one. It was like gnomes and the
Santa Sleigh. Oh no.
Oh my god!
Gnomes in the barn, or what's that movie called?
There's something in the
barn.
The barn.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a train wreck episode.
No. That was fun as shit, bro. You guys had so much fun. I loved it. By the end, you were like, we got to re-record this. And Paul's like, nah. And I'm like, yeah, don't re-record it. This is fucking awesome. It's so much fun.
You know what? Dude, he's my best friend in the world, and I need to just let him do it the way he wants to do it, because, I thought the same thing after hearing it sober, because goddamn was I wrecked in that shit. We were both wrecked. but he was like, yeah, awesome. Nah, this shit's going up, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, and, bro. Yeah, I had so much fun listening to that. And then, so I was like, okay, these guys are fucking fun. They have a good time. And then that kind of got me to get into more other episodes. And then you've done some interviews with some fucking cool people, man. Bootleg Thomas Jane. I can't remember his real name, unfortunately, because that's stuck in my head. From the Australian
Blood Hunt.
God damn it. Blood Hunt. Yeah, my brain is not working today. But yeah, that interview was fucking awesome. You guys, I think Paul just did an interview with the driver from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which actually
that was a great episode.
Yeah,
I just listened to it yesterday.
Alan Danziger. So I had to go back and watch Chainsaw this week because of that. I'm like, 50th anniversary, let's fucking go. So that's on my list, So you guys
love your Mutilator episode too.
Oh yeah, Mutilator was fun. Mutilator was a very fun movie. We had a lot of fun with that one. And you know what? As far as the interviews go, and the grounds that we've been covering, man, I implore PG. He works very hard at getting those together and stuff like that. And he's amazed me this far. I can't believe we've talked to the people that we've talked to. As you mentioned, the guy Danziger, I was telling him it's so funny because I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I told him that guy has one of the most iconic deaths in horror history to me. That scene.
That genuinely scared me when I was a kid when I first saw it.
Yeah, dude. When he got his head smashed by that fucking hammer and shit, and his
Yeah.
body's just kicking around, it was so unsettling. And
Yeah.
and I was just like, God damn. Well, it was great. It was great.
Yeah, for sure. I think when PG was talking to him and he was like, when my parents went and saw the film, my mom like freaked the fuck out and then they called me right away because they're like, is he dead? Is he really dead? That says a lot, if your mom thinks you're dead, like, holy shit.
That's some guerrilla filmmaking right there.
For real, right? Especially for 1974. Like, holy shit, you guys are doing a great job. So
Yeah, kill him for real on set and make it look as real as
it's not snuff, I swear.
Wasn't that a thing about the if you guys remember a movie called Cannibal Holocaust? Wasn't that kind of thing too?
Yeah, the effects were so good that the Italian government thought that Diodato actually killed his people, and they signed a contract saying that they wouldn't show up anywhere for like a year, I think it was. Yeah,
and he had to beg them to break that to come into court, right? Yeah, so he could get like let off because they were holding him in fucking prison or jail.
I mean, when the first time I saw that, when I saw like the girl impaled, I thought that was real. That was crazy.
Oh, dude, that is an amazing like effect. That's an amazing.
Yeah, she was just sitting on a bike seat too, which is wild.
Right, but
that is wild.
Even I think when they did interviews with Diodato, I think he was saying like he was unbelievably impressed with how still she could sit. Like that was like her talent was just like motionlessness, right? So she had that steak in her mouth and just was like perfectly still. Like she was a pretty good, I don't know, actor. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, we did a deep dive, actually double feature onto Cannibal Holocaust and Faces of Death. That's like maybe the most intense double feature we've ever done on this show. And it's one of our highest listened to episodes. I think maybe like the third highest, but it's an old one. I think that might have been like episode.
See what it was.
Might be like episode 5 or something. So
that was episode 5. You're right. Yeah, last May. That's crazy.
I know, it's been a while, bro. It's been a while. Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's jump back in, and we'll get headed to the back of the store in just a moment. So, last couple pandering notes, because you guys know I do that every week to you. We want you to come on the show. If you're a band, a director, you're an actor, you're promoting a project, and you want to, shout out your art or your product to our listeners, come on, shoot us an email, vhsdoom@gmail.com. We'd love to talk to you, just like we did David last week. We just really want to promote people's art. That's it's a passion of ours. That's why we want to do that. And if I didn't say it already, check out the merch store, vhsdoom.com. Scroll all the way to the bottom. You can find a link to our merch store. We have some cool Grindhouse shirts on the store right now. So
some of the comfiest shirts ever too.
Yeah, they're actually pretty nice. Yeah, so if you want to find a way to support the show, join the Patreon, buy a shirt, whatever. You don't have to, but if you want to, they're there. All right, so
subliminal messaging. Whisper it to them in their sleep.
Right. Yes.
Repeat the message.
All throughout the shows, buy the shirts.
Holy shit. Mikey, dude, how the fuck have you been this week, brother?
Yeah, I've been good. Much better than last week, not throwing up anymore, so that's good.
Yeah, you had the Exorcist house, man.
I have no idea. My son brought home like a weird virus from school, and we were all just throwing up all weekend. That's so gross.
Bro, I feel for you. I couldn't. God,
the amount of time I had to use like carpet cleaner and stain remover off the couch wasn't fun.
I know. Yeah, you don't think about the aftermath of The Exorcist, right? Think about like the cleaning crew. They're like, God damn it, not again. You were that.
At least that was just like soup, and it wasn't just like little kid vomit.
Right. Holy shit.
I've been good though. I watched a couple movies. If you wanted to do that, I don't know if we're doing that. Oh, okay. So I watched Happy Birthday to Me from 1981, one of my favorite slasher movies. As Snobby, Crawford Academy, Virginia's group of friends start to go missing years after a horrible event. It's really good. There's a lot of good kills. It's a Canadian slasher movie from 1980.
Shout out Troy. We haven't shouted him out in a while. Canadian Troy. Setting forest fires left and right.
He was on our Silent Night Deadly Night episode.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, the next one was another slasher movie from '91, Happy Hell Night.
Oh, cool.
Sam Rockwell's in this one, but I think he has like a tiny role in it. So pretty much it's a frat slasher. A hazing prank goes wrong, and then there's murders that happen afterwards.
Okay.
For 1991, it feels like an 80s movie, like an 80s frat house like slasher, like Pledge Night or I'm trying to think of another one, like Killer Party.
Okay.
It's good. I recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
so what did you do this week?
Fucking worked like a dog. So last week, which I don't think I even talked about this on the last episode, but my wife got COVID, and then I was sick. I was sick first, but I tested and I didn't have COVID, so I don't know, whatever. I blame her. No, so I got everybody in the entire house sick, bro. So kind of the same deal, just without the vomiting, snot everywhere, man. It's that time of year, I guess. So, yeah,
I'd rather that than diarrhea and vomit, honestly.
Yeah, 100%. So
absolutely,
we survived it. My daughter, actually, she's a trooper, man. Like, kids, their immune systems are wild. Like, she'll make every virus worse, and somehow she's over it in like a day, and we're all like, like dying.
Yeah,
so,
me and Katie were sick for like 2 days. He was sick overnight, and that was it.
Right. Yeah, good on them, right? But yeah, so we were sick, but just working and all the regular stuff. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I watched a few too. Actually, so I'll give it a quick plug. I can't talk about it much because they're going to be premiering it at some film festivals. But I talked about Toothbrain Productions' short film Shoes, and I talked about check out the D Word when it comes. Well, I got to see the D Word early, actually, as well as Mutant City Horror. You guys got access to that early, or at least PG did. So I don't know if you watched it too, but dude, it was a fun little short film, man. That was a fun one.
I started to watch it. He sent me the link.
Yeah.
Told me not to share it with anyone, but
yeah.
I started to watch it, and then for whatever reason, something came up. I had to stop it, and then I forgot it was on a time
and it expires
timely basis.
Yeah, so that shit has disappeared from mine too. I know, Mikey. I watched it with like 5 minutes to spare, and it's a 5-minute short film. So I'm sorry, buddy, I didn't send it to you. But yeah, so
shout out to them.
Shout out to Toothbrain. I hope that their film festival run goes well. It's a fun killer short film, so check that out when it comes along. That's by James Watchin again and Toothbrain Productions. Also, so we got followed by a movie, an independent production on Instagram called Hell Nurse, and that is on Tubi. So Hell Nurse is from 2022, and it's by the director Bobby Blood. And that's a really fun little slasher. Not even slasher. It's like it mixes elements of almost like demonic possession with slasher elements, and also like rape revenge. So it's got a lot. It's got a lot going on, but it's fun. So this like in-home nurse gets attacked by these 3 deranged criminals. And these deranged criminals kill her patients, and then she has to go into a mental hospital for a while. Well, she gets out, she goes into actually being a nurse in a hospital, and guess what? One of these guys shows up in the hospital in her.
I love a good hospital slasher.
Yeah, in her little town. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So it's on Tubi. Hey, shout out Tubi. Tubi sponsor the goddamn podcast if you can, please. That'd be great. But yeah, you can check out most of the things I watch on Tubi as usual. So yeah, go check out Hell Nurse, and you can go follow them on Instagram. They seem to be pretty interactive. So I think they're still promoting that film, and I don't know what other projects they have going on, but Bobby Blood, good film, man. Thanks. And then also, I'm not going to talk for a long time about this because I already mentioned it, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a good rewatch, 1974, Tobe Hooper, 50th anniversary. And I watched that in conjunction with the Mutant City Horror episode interview with Alan Danziger. So go check that out too. And then, go back and have some fun and watch Texas Chainsaw because it's a good time. So that's what I did. That's what we watched. Yeah, man. So let's get you guys checked back in from last week. Last week, we sent you home with David Sandoval's curated list after we did our interview with him. So his list was a lot of fun, man. So he sent you home with Army of Darkness. He sent you home with...
Excellent.
Yes, Predator 2. Predator 2. Gary Busey, man. Requiem for a Dream, a true fucking horror film. And then a classic, Godzilla, 1954. And then for the kids,
Original.
Kids in the family, actually one of my favorite little animated movies of all time, Rango, with Johnny Depp. So you guys got all of those sent home with you. Mikey, I'm hoping that our lovely customers were super respectful because it was David's lists last week. How does everything look today?
Wait, there's a basket here. Hold on.
Oh, God damn it. Basket. Holy shit! Why is this lump of flesh so strong? What the fuck? Oh my god! Mikey? Is that your long lost brother? What's his name? Mike Lyle?
It's your brother. His name is Dylial.
Oh, Dylial. Oh, shit. Fuck! I forgot all about him. No wonder I have this giant scar. Oh. Shit, I think he just smashed every single tape, Mike. What the fuck just happened?
He stuck him into my face.
Good thing you can just shunt those right out, buddy. Oh, wait, we don't talk about that anymore.
No, not the last time.
Holy fuck. All right. So, Matt, you just got to see the behind the scenes. I just take the random ass bullshit we say and throw it into something chaotic. So we'll see. You'll get to hear what that turns into, man.
Nice. I'm glad I could be part of that.
Yeah. Tons of fun, man. Awesome. All right, cool. So this week, friends, we're not going to press play like we usually do. And I do want to say before we get into this, please stop delivering baskets of, Siamese twins, please. I don't know.
Dylan's past.
Bro, I don't need my past brought up over and over again. And I don't need our VHS tape smashed and shoved into Mikey's face. And it's just too much. So let's keep it.
Yeah, first it was your ghost father in the few episodes ago, and then it was this. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah. Shit. Baby Stooge.
The demons, yeah.
No, I miss my daddy. Stooge, where are you? Why have you left me? Fuck, bro. God damn it. Anyway, yeah. So please just be kind, rewind, and we'll have a better time. All right. So this week, we're not press and play. We're going to head to the back of the store, friends, because this week, as I've said, we are doing our second ever roundtable episode. So, as you know, the journey to the back of the store is a little bit dangerous. Everybody, watch your heads, watch out, and let's get to it.
Open the door, or I'm going to throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore.
Okay, I'll set the scene for you, listeners. So out in front of us right here, we just walked into a giant open chamber. Our store's kind of butted up to a mountain. So we're kind of in a mountain, right now. It's a lot of rock everywhere. There's a stone table in front of us. It's got about 38 seats.
There's a random glory hole in the wall.
There's a giant glory hole in the wall that has carved into the stone Horse Machine Ranch. So be careful. Don't go that way. are a lot of ghosts floating above us. There are a bunch of skeletons in the seats. We'll try to find some open seats, guys. This is pretty much the perfect place to ever play Dungeons and Dragons. There are candles everywhere. So now you know what it looks like. So let's all sit down and we can get to talking. All right. So, Mikey, why don't you go ahead and read the back of the box for us today, buddy?
All right. So I have the Arrow Blu-ray right here for it. Dwayne Bradley seems like an ordinary guy. His formerly conjoined twin Dylial, on the other hand, is a deformed creature who lives in a wicker basket. Arriving in the Big Apple, taking a room at a seedy motel, the pair start hunting down and butchering the surgeons responsible for their separation.
Nice. Okay, perfect. All right, so
it's one of the best posters ever, I think, honestly.
I like it, yeah.
Yeah. No, that is nice. Yeah, that's a good one, man. Simple, effective. Cool. All right. So real quick at a high level, Basket Case is a 1982 American horror film that's written and directed by Frank Henenlotter and his feature directorial debut. It's produced by Edgar Levins and the film stars Kevin Van Hentenryck. Did I say that right? Hentenryck?
I think it's Hentenryck. Yeah, I think you're right.
Hey! All right. As Dwayne Bradley, a young man who seeks vengeance on the doctors and nurses who performed an unwanted surgery. Okay. Basket Case was shot on 16 millimeter film in New York City on a budget of around $35,000. They did a lot.
That's about
with
$1
that.
now.
That's about $1 according to The Economist here. So yeah, you could make a film on $1 these days. The film was blown up to 35 millimeter film for its original theatrical release in 1982. And it did receive mixed reviews upon its release, but it has become a cult film since. It spawned 2 sequels, Basket Case 2 in 1990 and Basket Case 3, The Progeny in 1991, both of which were directed by Henenlotter. In 2017, Basket Case was selected for preservation by the Museum of Modern Art, who oversaw a restoration of the film from its original 16 millimeter camera negative. And actually, I watched this on Tubi. Hey, again, Tubi sponsored the pod. But if you watch the copy on Tubi, it does say that it is presented by MoMA on their copy, which was kind of cool. And then the 4K restoration was released on Blu-ray and DVD by Arrow in 2018. Now, as I said, it's directed and the screenplay was by Frank Henenlotter. And the cinematography was by Bruce Torbett. The music was by Gus Russo. And it was released on April 7th of 1982 to a runtime of 91 minutes. So that is the quick overview there. So what we do on these roundtable episodes is we just read through the plot at a high level, and through each section we kind of pause and talk about our notes so we can keep ourselves organized and just talk about what was happening in this part of the film that we liked. So what I'll do is I will read through the first little section here. If you guys are cool
I apologize if you hear Sam right now.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it at all. If there's any like background noise, I just I cut it out. So no worries, man.
Talking about Godzilla, but yeah.
just make sure it's your Sam and not the Sam from Trick or Treat.
I don't know at this point. It could be both. We're working together against me.
Oh, yes.
Little pumpkin head Sam.
Yeah, he's the best. All right, cool. So we will start here. I'm going to start with the first little section of the plot here, and then we can talk about it. So in the very beginning of the film, Dr. Julius Lifflander is frightened by something outside of his forest home. A shadowed creature then cuts his phone line and power before killing Lifflander by tearing at his face. All right. That's the first little section there. Then we'll cover that and then jump into the when they first get to New York, because that's a real quick bit. But Dwayne Bradley arrives in New York City afterward with a locked wicker basket. He gets a room at a cheap hotel right down the hall from a sex worker named Casey, who was mad cool. I loved Casey.
Isn't she in Brain Damage?
I don't remember her in Brain Damage.
Or Frankenhooker. I can't remember which one, but she's in one of them. I remember
maybe
because I know Dwayne's in one of them too as like a cameo.
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember her face though in either of those films, but there were a ton of people in Frankenhooker, so I wouldn't remember everybody for sure. So he takes some hamburgers and he throws them into the basket. which you can kind of tell is talking to him telepathically. When Dwayne is out the next day, a man named Brian O'Donovan looks through Dwayne's keyhole in order to steal Dwayne's wad of money. Casey scares him away, being a cool neighbor, and informs Dwayne about it. Then Dwayne takes the basket to see Dr. Harold Needleman and befriends his assistant, Sharon. I think that's far enough where we can kind of talk about the intro notes there. So in this first little beginning part of the movie, what kind of notes do you guys have, or what kind of bits do you want to talk about, Mikey?
I think it's funny when Dylial kills people. Well, kills, just like rips their faces off or their throats out.
Yeah, for sure.
I like the character design of Dylial. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love this movie a lot. I can go on.
Yeah, for sure. So, in the beginning, when they're at the doctor's house, the bro he grabs a gun out of his desk and just starts firing. Like, I thought it was like, I'm gonna blast you, Custer. Like, he just starts going like crazy, which is funny. I don't know if I'd like it. It was scary. Yeah. Like, okay, the power got cut and you're like, oh, fuck. It's dark now, and oh man, there's something scuttling through here. But I don't know if I'd just start firing in my own house. I don't know, maybe. Yeah. Bro,
it's a little reckless.
It's a little excessive. But yeah, no, I like that they set that up. It was kind of like that, like unseen, terror. And the face scratching because you see the hand. That's the first time you see the hand when he kills that first doctor. I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool creature design already. I did like that. And the effects, you could tell, were going to be good from the very beginning. So that was cool. And then
I also loved when I forgot to say before, when they went to New York City, I love like how old New York looked, like, especially like at that time.
Holy fuck. Yeah. Old New York is so like iconic. Like you see all the sex shops, like all the XXX stuff. And, when he's walking
Street,
when he's walking through Times Square and like the peddler on the street, he's like, hey, you want this? You want this? You want this? You want this? Ah, man, fuck you. Like, like I was like,
that guy was loaded, man.
Right?
He had everything on deck.
He did have everything, bro. So my little note I put here, I said, thanks, Giuliani, like for cleaning up the coolest city ever. God damn.
More Disney. That's what people always say about it.
Bro, the motel manager is fucking hilarious too when he gets to there. Guy,
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's mad cool. Like he's down. Like there's so much bullshit that happens at his hotel, and every time he runs up, he's like, I got it. Like he's the first one to the fucking door every time.
he's like hotel security and the clerk at the same time.
Right, bro. And his
always stays at his post.
Yeah, right. He's a good manager, and his little sign behind him, it says, pay is due at 12, not 12:15, not 12:30, noon. And I was like, fuck yeah, he's serious, man. So, and then the line he says, it's $20 a night, pay in advance. This is a respectable hotel. Like I like that. So $20 a night, man, good shit. Also,
yeah, no shit.
Bro, Dwayne's wad of cash is just asking to get murdered in New York at that time. So even like, I don't know, 10 years ago. So maybe it's like 15 years, 20 years ago now. How old am I? No, it'd been like 15 years ago. I'm too old. So the first time I went to New York with my buddy Howard, we rode the Greyhound bus up and we got off in the Port Authority in Manhattan. And I was a smoker at the time and I smoked Newports, and we get out of the bus and we're walking through the Port Authority. So I pull out
I fucking hate that place.
Yeah, I pull out my pack of cigarettes, and my buddy Howard, who had lived up there before, he was like, "You're an idiot." And I was like, "What?" And like 3 people ran up to me like, "Oh, can I get a Lucy? Can I get a Lucy? Can I get one? Can I get one?" And I was like, "Holy shit, bro." Like it is serious. Like you don't pull out your cash and you don't pull out your fucking cigarettes. At least you didn't.
When I would come up to see Katie where I was taking the bus back and forth, every time I got off the bus, this like homeless man, every time, same guy, would ask me if I wanted to buy weed from him. And it was clearly a setup because he kept telling me to go outside of the Port Authority. I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't know.
That guy seems like a sucker. Sorry. buddy. Yeah, no, that's New York for you, though. So, like, yeah, New York looks a lot prettier, I guess, than this. Well, I kind of like the look
Probably
of this
smells
anyway.
better too.
And it smells. Well, no, it doesn't really smell that much better. It still smells like piss on the streets. But
I was just saying,
yeah, no, I don't pull out your cash and don't pull out your cigarettes. That's just common sense. So, all right. Continuing. So when he walks into the hotel and that random neighbor just starts walking beside him and she's telling him about like somebody who just disappeared and then she just disappears herself. That was very random. I like that. That was fun. It's just random shit. And I kind of wondered too, like right off the bat, how much does this basket fucking weigh? You know?
how much?
That's a
is
good
the
question.
weigh, honestly.
Right? Because if you're strong enough if you have enough muscle mass to break down a door, to single-handedly rip someone's throat out and rip them in fucking half, which we'll get to shortly, you gotta weigh a good little chunk of weight. You know what I mean? I don't know. At least like 30, 40 pounds, right?
Like
50 pounds?
yeah,
I mean,
he looks like a
I
giant,
would
like,
think.
tumor, so.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then it kind of makes me. I don't know if I'm delving a little too deep in here, but like it also makes me think like, if he doesn't weigh that much, maybe he's just got like superhuman strength.
Right, exactly.
Maybe a bunch of angry strength, because he seems pissed off all the time.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, like he's real mad, and you can tell because he just screams all the time. Like he's got the rage.
I love it.
He's got the rage in him. So yeah, okay, cool, good shit, man.
Can I bring this up real fast? I was at a con one time, and it was a horror con. It was like I can't think of it. It was probably Monster Palooza or something. There was somebody cosplaying, and they had the basket, and they had him in it.
Nice.
And that shit was the coolest
awesome.
fucking thing I think I've seen.
That's an awesome cosplay,
Sorry, just
bro.
wanted
No,
to
I
add
would.
in that a little bit.
I would love to make that costume. That would be so dope. That'd be so much fun. Holy shit. All right. So, yeah, I think we got to the point where the neighbor kind of showed up. So I did say, I did like the way they were setting up the ESP connection where he's just kind of having a conversation with himself. That was good. And then Belial's eating noises had me laughing. I was like, holy fuck. Yeah, and then the neighbor lady, I just said the neighbor lady was cool people. Like, if you're going to stop somebody from robbing your neighbor, good shit. So I was glad he had Casey around. That was pretty cool. All right, so let me jump back into the quick little plot notes here. So I think we got to Dwayne taking his basket to see Dr. Harold Needleman, right? So Dwayne befriends the assistant, Sharon. Well, she kind of asks him out on a date. Then Needleman contacts Dr. Judith Cutter and tells her about Dwayne's visit and then Leaflander's death. But she ignores him because she's too busy on a date with like a dude who's way too young for her. I don't know, maybe not. Dwayne goes back to Needleman's that night and empties the creature, who is revealed to be his twin brother, Belial, onto the floor. Belial then kills Needleman by gutting him with his claws and also just ripping him in half. And then he crawls out of the building through the window. So he kind of shows dude is nimble. He's a nimble little guy. Creature.
Thing. Abomination.
I don't want to call him that. I am not. What is that from Elephant Man? I am not a monster. No, anyway, so
there you go. Fuck yeah.
He's a person. So the next day.
Oh, I was right. So I was just looking it up. In Brain Damage, Kevin Van Hendrick shows up. No, Dwayne.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, cool. What character does he play in Brain Damage?
He's just the man with the basket. That's his appearance name.
Oh, he actually has the fucking basket?
Isn't it on a bus or something?
Oh, fuck. I did not.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that. I was like, fuck yeah, good crossover element.
Wow, dude, I love that. No, I didn't.
Survives in the same universe.
Yeah.
Yep, I love that. The Henenlotter universe.
Right, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. I love when directors do that shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, I think we're going to be covering Night of the Creeps pretty soon. So we've kind of watched that one in advance, and one of the notes was the diner in Night of the Creeps was used in several films, right?
Can you believe that last time we did Brain Damage was last June?
Holy shit, it's been that long? Wow. Wild.
Yeah, episode 9.
Wild shit, man. All right, so let's jump back in the timeline.
Night of the Creeps is a great movie too.
Oh, dude,
yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Tom Atkins mustache ride part.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You know,
the Tom Atkins mustache ride.
Bro, that's a good one. It's good. All right, so the next day here, Dwayne goes out and he meets Sharon. They have a little date. They go to the Statue of Liberty and they kiss. Big mistake. Belial senses this and he goes fucking nuts and throws a temper tantrum. He destroys the room. He's like shaking the bed up and down. Everybody in the entire hotel is like, what the fuck is happening? So he hides in the toilet when the manager opens the door to see what's going on. Yeah, and then at that point, the old man, whose name is O'Donovan, he sneaks back inside because he sees Dwayne's money, and he tries to steal it, but then he's killed by Belial when he opens the basket. Dwayne,
that was like the most like innocent kill too.
It was, yeah. So for some reason, Dwayne doesn't sense Belial's freak out when he's kissing Sharon, but when Belial attacks O'Donovan, Dwayne senses that, so he hurries back really fast. Dwayne tells Belial, hey, I deserve some time for myself. And then Dwayne, with the basket, runs into Casey at a bar, and then they get drunk. And he tells her, all right, Belial's my twin brother, da-da-da-da-da. And we jump back in a flashback. But before we jump into the flashback, do you guys have any points you wanted to talk about during that little section there?
No, my notes are similar to yours, so I don't really have anything else for that part.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think I do either.
No, you're good. I got a couple. So when he first meets Sharon, I thought this was a funny little way of like setting her up as like kind of a comical character, because she's like, "Oh, you're here to fix the typewriter," and she's like, "It sounds like a mouse. It's like ree, ree, ree," or something like that. Yeah, she was just being dumb. So that was, yeah. Like I was like, "Holy shit, bro!" So they kind of made her out to be like kind of a goofball, which was a good way to set that up and make you like that character. And then somebody, who asks? I think Sharon asks him, "What's in the basket? Easter eggs?" Like nobody has concerns about the lock on the basket. When he goes into the doctor's office, which is the dirtiest doctor's office I've ever seen in my life, he sits down. It is, bro. He sits down the basket in front of the doctor, and the doctor's like, "Huh. You can just set your basket there and go take your clothes off," or whatever, right? So, like, nobody cares about this super dangerous looking, I don't know, a lock on a basket like that just makes it feel, like, ominous, and nobody cares. And then he goes to the movie.
Says, "What's in the basket?" It reminded me of "What's in the box" from Seven.
Yeah, but he didn't say it with that level of concern. He wasn't like, "What's in the basket?" He's
what's
like,
in the basket?
Right. What's in the basket? You know, it could have been anything. Anyway. So when he took his basket to the movie theater, that was pretty funny. He just had it like sitting like as high as his head. So like blocking everybody's view. I would have been so pissed. Like, get that fucking basket out of here, man. So that was funny. And then
I'd be afraid to open it after.
Yeah. I also wrote down when they go back to the doctor's office later, it's like the noisiest doctor's office. It's like right next to an elevator room or something. So it's dirty as shit. And then it's like, ga-gung, 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 like the whole time. And then I just remembered like the lady that was there in the beginning said the doctor wrote her the wrong prescription. Like these doctors are ass, man. Like they're so bad. So
Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Right, exactly. He's like the worst fucking doctors. All of them are. And one of them's a fucking vet, which you find out later, which is hilarious. Yeah, so I just wrote, ha, 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 the blood spraying everywhere. Maybe that's a bad note. I don't know. It was just hilarious to me. And then he tore the guy in half, which was funny. Oh, you know what I wrote here? And I haven't looked at this. It's probably not accurate, but the hotel manager looks like the actor who plays the first mate from Hook. What the fuck is that guy's name?
I know who you're talking about. He had like the striped shirt.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what
I
you're talking
don't.
about. I don't know his name.
No, it's Bob Hoskins, but I don't think that's. Is that Bob? I don't think it's Bob Hoskins. If it's Bob Hoskins, I'd be shooketh.
Let's see. So hotel manager is Robert Vogel.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. Yeah. So
Not
no,
even
he
close.
looks like Bob Hoskins. I was like, holy shit.
I will say Frank Henenlotter is one of the theater patrons, though.
Is he the one who steals the basket and then gets killed?
I don't think so. It just says uncredited as my notes I had. Hold on, give me one second.
Well, that's cool though that he got to be in the film. So I like when directors like randomly throw themselves in. That's always fun.
Oh, absolutely.
It's always fun. So, did Mikey have to step? Yeah, I'll wait for him. I'll wait for him for a sec. I don't like to get ahead when he's got a. There he is.
Sorry.
Hey, Beef Juice, attorney at Beef. Welcome back. Welcome back. Dude.
Sorry, I was not going to endorse saying I miss you.
Should we get in a quick sponsor ad from Beef Juice Esquire, attorney at Beef?
Sure.
Yeah? All right, cool.
Let's do it.
Have you ever found yourself sitting on the wrong side of the law because you've been accused of killing little old ladies for a drug cartel?
Beef Juice got me off without any charges, and now I am finally gonna marry the girl of my dreams.
Have you ever been accused of smuggling millions of dollars worth of drugs into prison using a complex network of drug mules and hired guards?
Beef Juice Esquire Jr. was such a gentleman, and even though I'm still serving my murder charge, he got me off the drug charges, and now I get to marry the demon of my dreams.
Have you ever had your paycheck shorted because your employer thought you were a mannequin? So they placed you in the front window and left you there for days, but you were really just in a state of paralysis?
My name is Jumbles Rimbles, and working for the VHS tube rental store was the worst experience of my life. On my first day working there, the owners and myself were attacked by a monster and a bat, and then I was paralyzed, and then they put me in the window for 2 days as a mannequin. Beef Juice got me the help I deserved.
Don't just stand by if Johnny Law, a negligent business owner, or that semi-truck is fucking you in the ass. Call Beef Juice Esquire Jr., attorney at Beef Law today, and schedule a free consultation. Together, we'll do the fucking. VHS Doom and its affiliates, including Horse Machine Ranch Road, are not held liable for anything you may do, hear, say, or fuck due to the hearing of this commercial. Jumbles Rumbles fully forgave VHS Doom for their negligence, and all matters were settled out of court. All right, so let's see here. All right, so I said the cop interviewing Dwayne, like that's a really fucking funny scene because the cop comes up right behind his neck and like is like looking down at him, like he's like an inch away from him, and he's like, "What's going on? What are you doing?" Yeah, that was fucking funny. And he kind of looked, he almost, for a second, like from far away, when Dwayne started running up the stairs, I was like, holy shit, is that Richard Pryor? Like, he did kind of look like him for a sec, but it wasn't. So, anyway, whatever. What did you just write? Where's the beef? God damn it. You can't be fucking with my notes here, brother.
You're going to find some notes in your notes.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then I did write down, when they're getting drunk at the bar, they make some really fucked up jokes about like Siamese twins and stuff. So there was just some bad. They were saying some shit. So yeah, it was funny. I'm not going to repeat them here, but I was like, oh goddamn, those jokes don't hit today quite like they did then.
Damn, don't even want to do it.
No, I'm not gonna drop them. No, that's all right.
You don't want to get canceled.
I'll let you guys.
47, episode 47.
Yeah, it's been a good run. And then Dylan said that. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. So that's that section. Thank you guys for letting me. I take way too many fucking notes. That's what it is. So, all right. So real quick,
you should see my notes for Night of the Creeps. It's like 2 pages.
Bro, I can't fucking wait. So now we jump into the flashback of their backstory, of the twins' backstory. So they were conjoined at birth, and their aunt was the only person who was willing to take care of them because their dad hated them as they killed their mother in the birth process, which makes a lot of sense if you see how they're shaped. Like that would just destroy anyone that tried to push that out of their body.
C-section at that point.
Yeah, you'd think, but I mean, I don't know.
That's really hard. I don't understand, like the size of a child and like the different other child.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and also if the conjoined child has like massive claws and they just rip you to shreds on the way.
Do you think he was like that size?
Probably. Yeah, probably. I don't know, bro. Like he's always been that size, and so like when they were born, they were about the same size, you know, or like even Dwayne was a little smaller. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Can't tell. They didn't show it. Who knows? But yeah, so the twins were then surgically separated. The dad waited until the aunt left and on like some trip, and then he had a vet and a really shitty ass doctor and another really shitty ass doctor come and cut his two sons apart.
They should have lost all their licenses, honestly.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why they were like, I don't know you, we don't talk about this, right? Like throughout the film. So and this explains like the hatred for all the doctors. They, after this all happened, they put Dylial in a trash bag and just put him out with the trash, like even though he wasn't dead. Like that is the most fucked up, unethical thing I could ever imagine. So
you
like
can't just like throw him down river or something.
Right? No, they just put him out. They put it.
Let's just rely on waste management to take care of this one,
bro. They didn't even put him in the can. They just sat him in the bag beside the can.
Can you imagine? It's like Moses, but it's just Dylial.
Oh my god! Holy shit, bro! Yeah, so Dwayne wakes up from his nap. He wakes up after surgery, and he can hear Dylial talking to him, and he goes and he finds him behind the garage in a trash bag. So that's like super fucked up. So out of this rage, they decide they're going to murder their father, which was ruled an accident, but they made like a really interesting like saw contraption that cut him in half. Their aunt came
just
home.
An accident, you know?
Yeah, their aunt came home and found them in the attic, and said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of you." So they lived with her until she died, and that's when they started, heading to New York or whatever. So Dylial deeply resents being cut off from his normal-looking brother, and Dwayne equally resents how heartless everyone acts toward his brother. So I don't think I have anything like crazy through that, like, flashback. I just put like, what a shit dad. Like, dude was like saying some messed, like, I don't care what you do with that thing, just save my son, right? Which, like, okay, yeah, he's creepy looking, but like, dude, it's still like a human to an extent. Yeah. It's still your son. So, and then he was like, yeah, just throw him in a fucking trash bag. Goodbye. Now, I did put that I do love these old New England basements. They do fucking look like basement. That. Yeah, like they do look like that. Creepy as shit, bro. Yeah, and then when the dad got sawed in half, that was a cool shot because they had just both legs like fall over. So that was kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, so I think that's all I have in that section. So then we jump back into present day in the film. So Dylial sneaks into Casey's bedroom after she takes Dwayne home and lets him get, into bed because he is just drunk out of his mind. And then he scares the shit out of Casey before he steals her panties, takes him back to the basket and sniffs them. So they're really setting Dylial up as a creepy, horny little guy.
I feel like most of Henenlotter's movies are like this, though.
Right, yeah.
I mean, Elmer from Brain Damage was just a penis.
He was just a little dick. I love his voice so much, though. Ooh, like, I wish I could do that voice, man. The way that real.
You did it perfectly on the Brain Damage episode, I will say.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I did do this. I have to practice that one again. Maybe he'll do the commercial for Beef Juice Esquire.
Did you play the song too? He sings.
Yeah, I did. I liked that.
I remember
when he was just fucking driving him crazy. Yeah, that was fun. Okay, so the next day after all of that happens, Dwayne and Dylial go to Dr. Cutter's office. She tries to dismiss them. You find out she's a vet. And then Dwayne reveals, yeah, Dwayne, holy shit. Oh my God. I still got fucking,
the COVID came back.
the COVID immediately came back when I started talking about Dylial. Yeah. She tries to get him out of the office, and then Dwayne says, "Not yet, bitch," and then opens the basket, and then Dylial goes fucking crazy, and then he shoves her face into a drawer of just scalpels. Like, who keeps a drawer of that many scalpels?
The drawer is yeah.
That was awesome. So
they're not even clean; they're just in the drawer.
Yeah, and then they used a set of twins for like the vet's assistants. Like, so the twins, that was just weird. That was a weird choice. I don't know. It was so they open the door and it's two of them and they look exactly the same. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it just caught me off guard. And then she turns around and she goes, ah! And she's got like 8 scalpels hanging out of her face. So that was fucking hilarious.
You didn't even push her head down. You just like rolled it across. And like, I don't know how they would stick.
Right, yeah. That was a lot of screaming.
Just steamrolled her face into a bunch of scalpels and knives.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And syringes.
See, I'm telling you, he had to be a
heavy, rusted like little like syringes.
He had to be a heavy.
The guy's got
thing.
Muscle mass, dude.
Right?
I mean,
yeah, for sure. So, I mean, he that was fun. So
Dylan, you missed a note before that.
Did I? Where? I don't see it. Where'd you type?
It's in between the panty one and the scalpel one.
Panties and scalpels. Pickle Rick. No. Oh yeah.
Somewhere. I just keep adding things to your notes. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll get there. All right. So
somewhere between the panties and the scalpels.
That is what the title of this episode should be. Somewhere between the panties and the scalpels. I like that. All right, dude. That's what's up. Okay, so Sharon now goes to Dwayne's apartment. She seeks safety after Needleman's death, and she said, "Oh my God, what happened? I can't believe that happened." They start to make love, and a jealous Dylial starts screaming and pops out of the basket, and Dwayne is forced to toss Sharon outside because Dylial's going fucking nuts. All right, so just a couple notes.
I'm going to be honest, that's like hilarious every time I see that.
When he just goes,
every time he like screams.
Yeah. Dude, holy shit, bro. So I put, damn, Dylial, you're creepy as shit messing with Casey like that. He's a horny little monster. And then I did put a note, Dylial be sniffing panties. And then Pickle Rick is what Mikey put for some reason. And then the vet's death. So all those scalpels, holy shit. And I also put the worst cock block of all time. Like, can you imagine?
I was gonna say that. I was just gonna say that. Like, as soon as that happened, I'm like, yeah, he's a big fucking cock block. Dude.
He is, right? So, like, your brother is about to have like the best. It could have been the first time he was ever going to get laid. I don't know. You don't know, right? Like, you have this. If your responsibility is your crazy deformed little brother, and he's always been like this, it's likely you've never gotten laid, and you're about to get laid for the first time. And he jumps out of the basket and screams like a fucking asshole. Like, what kind of brother is that? Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know. This guy sources all his time and effort on you, dragging you around,
right?
Clearing up your nonsense and shit.
Right.
You can't just let him get laid every once in a while.
Right. Just go. God damn it, Dylial.
That was perfect, Dylan.
Holy shit,
that was
bro.
good. That was good.
Fuck yeah, that's
you should put that at the beginning of the show.
That's how we'll start the whole episode. Yeah, if you want to taste it,
you can do that. You can do that little taste right there, and then have like that SpongeBob, like a few hours.
A few hours later. Right, exactly. Oh, dude, I love that. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that, man. These are great ideas. All right, cool. So, and then I did put, God damn, these neighbors are always in the hallway, like every time,
every noise that happens.
What? Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess so, right? So he is making a lot of noise.
Like a weird scream like that, I would, yeah.
It's like your neighbor, Mikey, you know?
Oh, I don't want to get into that. That was another thing that happened last week.
Yeah, Mikey's neighbor is kind of like those New York neighbors where there's like one little noise and they just show up, So anyway, yeah,
outside your house with pitchforks,
right?
Fucking...
What is that?
I live in an apartment and like upstairs. Yeah,
man.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't get into. We won't. But yeah, that's what those
little
neighbors
kids
are
crying
like.
makes people go freak out. So
yeah.
I like living here, so I won't say anything.
Yeah. I got you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up. If you want me to cut it out, just let me know. So
no, that's cool. She's not going to listen to this.
Okay, good. All right. So last bit here. We're almost through the plot here. So that night, Dylial goes out. He finds Sharon while Dwayne has a dream that tells him about what's happening. Dylial sneaks into Sharon's apartment. And he does try to rape her. I think he attacks and he kills her when she wakes up and screams. So Dwayne is enraged at his brother, and he takes Dylial back to the apartment in a scene that attracts several people, again, of course, to his apartment, which exposes the existence of Dylial. Dylial then attacks Dwayne by grabbing him by the nuts and lifting him up all the way to the fucking ceiling. Holy shit.
See, that's that super strength I was talking about.
God, yes. Like how that's so rude. So the two brothers then fall from the window, and Dylial is holding Dwayne by the neck, kind of like a noose almost, and hanging from the sign of the hotel. And then they fall and they're knocked out, quote unquote, as everyone surrounds their unconscious bodies. At that time, when this film came out, who knows? You didn't know what happened to him. They could be dead. But we know now today that there is a sequel that takes place immediately following those events.
The third one's even wilder than the second and the first one.
Bro, I have not watched.
Like a straight up comedy.
I haven't watched either, but I read the plots on both, and I do want to watch them both now.
They're fun. I have the Blu-rays to those. I think Synapse put those out. I have the Arrow of this one.
Oh, nice. Cool. So... last section there. You guys have any like final notes you want to throw in before we move on?
I did have something I wanted to ask you guys.
Yeah.
If you were to pitch a fight between Dylial and the monster from the crate on the creep show, The Crate, which one do you think would win?
I think the monster from the crate. Or even like it would be funny if it was Dylial versus the raft.
That'd be a pretty epic battle. Can you see the ring? It's just two boxes.
Or like the crate versus the raft.
Yeah.
Dylial just like getting sucked into the lake.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Well, that what would mix well with that thing from the raft would be the blob. Thing from the raft and the blob would be a good match too.
Dude, I feel like we should start doing like matchups. Like that's a fun part. That could be a fun part of the show,
absolutely.
Man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Good shit, man. Hey, hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. I had to go find a fucking tissue. My nose was going crazy there.
Dylial killing you.
Oh yeah. No, definitely my little twinsy, Dylial.
Dylial.
Bro is a madman. So okay, before we move into IMDb, well, we still have a little ways before IMDb.
Yeah, I was just bringing that up while you're gone.
So my last couple notes here, and thanks guys for waiting on me there. But so I love that they gave Dylial red eyes at the end. I thought it was weird that they waited until the end, but I guess that's really showing off his like true rage. Like I wish they would have thrown it in a couple times because he obviously had some real rage when it came to the doctors. But maybe this was the most angry he'd been. I don't know. I did like that though. Those are cool eye effects there. And I did say, like, why the fuck is he running through the street naked in his dream, in Dwayne's dream? Like, I just didn't. I guess maybe because Dylial doesn't wear clothes. I don't know.
I would like to see how they how they actually like ran that shot and stuff like that. Like,
Oh,
did
yeah.
they clear the streets and be like, all right, there's gonna be a naked guy running through here.
Right.
I'm guessing it was all guerrilla filmmaking. They probably just did it like just on the spot.
I don't know.
Like, can you imagine if you're that actor and stuff, and then you get pinched for like sex offenses?
Right.
Because some 5-year-old just saw you run into the streets and be shit.
Right, dude. Holy shit. I would make
That wouldn't even pass nowadays.
dude,
Well, you just CGI it, I guess.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck. That's super that's super ballsy.
Pun intended.
Yes.
Say that.
All right. So next, I did say, is Belial trying to rape her? ? I guess so. He was gyrating kind of on her lap in a weird way where after he killed her. So, and then I did say here, I feel so bad for this hotel manager. There's so much shit he's having to deal with.
Often just weird noises and creatures going into his hotel.
Yeah, right.
He's just like, God damn it again. He's just running back upstairs again.
Dude, if you remember in the beginning, he said you're on the 3rd floor, like your room 7, 3rd floor. So he's having to run 3 flights of stairs every time this is happening. So he's getting his exercise. That's good. That's good.
Superhero of the hotel.
Right, exactly. Hotel superhero. I like that. That's put that on a shirt. All right. So, buy the shirts. Bro gets lifted by the dick is what I wrote down. That was just fucking wild. And then
lifted by the dick.
And then splat is my last note. So cool.
I had a note, but it was about the cameo in brain damage.
Yeah.
So I'm just reading it. When Kevin made his cameo in it, he was wearing the wig of the hairstyle he wore in Basket Case.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was always funny.
Nice. Yeah, no, that is funny. Was the actress who played Sharon, was that a wig? It looks like a fucking wig. It looks like kind of a bad wig. Am I wrong on that?
There was a lot of wigs back in those days.
Yeah, you know what?
So
I was gonna say that you guys, when you were covering some of your 70s,
that is
films,
totally.
I
had to look over it again. That is totally a wig,
right? Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of wig usage.
Oh yeah,
for sure. That's
a wig.
Yeah, for sure.
Dylan, is it still a potato on your end?
Yeah, that looks like a potato with a wig. Shit, my fucking internet, bro.
So bad.
It is. It's whack. And even though I upgraded,
and the craziest thing is you have the same package as I do from Comcast.
I do. Comcast is a piece of shit. Hey, Comcast, don't sponsor the pod. No, thank you.
Hey, Comcast, eat a dick.
We're never gonna get any sponsors. Oh no.
But Tubi, we love you. Come on.
Yeah, Tubi, we love you, Tubi. All right, cool. So we're gonna go through a couple quick little production notes here. If we have, if you guys want to jump in on anything, please do. And then we'll get into the box office and release, Mikey, and IMDb. And then we'll wrap it up with Mr. Mathius the Ill's curated movie list today. So just some notes here, development and filming. So writer and director Frank Henenlotter met producer Edgar Levins during the production of the former's 1972 short film Slash of the Knife, which I have not watched. I should check that out. The two eventually collaborated on an unrealized film project titled Ooze. Henenlotter recalled, quote, "We tried to get the money for Ooze, but we couldn't, so I just wrote a film that could be made for less money. Right out in front, I wrote a film that was designed to be made for a low budget, which, as we know, is $35,000. That's pretty awesome." All right, so continuing, the resulting screenplay of Basket Case was written by Henenlotter as he walked around Times Square, which he called a, quote, "seedy, wonderful atmosphere." Thanks, Giuliani. He reportedly wrote the dialogue for the film on napkins while he was in the basement of a Nathan's Famous, which is cool.
That's another thing I miss after moving to Connecticut. I miss Nathan's hot dog.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Nathan's Famous. Yeah. So Basket Case, you know what I miss? The chicken and rice, like street vendors. Like, so, the halal guys, they have restaurants now, but they used to have just carts, and there was one on 53rd and
oh my
6th.
God. Yeah.
There was
Wasn't
the
that
original
the one that had, like, yeah, that's the good one.
Yeah, so they had bottles and bottles and bottles of this like white sauce, and they had red sauce, and you could get lamb or you could get chicken.
The white sauce wasn't just sauce.
Oh my god, it was so good. I don't give a fuck what was in it. It was amazing. So, all right. So continuing with Basket Case, it was shot on 16 millimeter, as we said earlier. Budget of $35,000. It was financed by a small production team, largely with its own rental money, to be able to enable the film to be realized. And then it was shot in part on Manhattan's 42nd Street, as we saw in the film. Henenlotter did not have control over the post-production, I guess, and the result was dark and murky and converted into a different aspect ratio. With the special effects...
I think it made it for it to look good, though, for me. I think
I like it.
I don't know. I like that like grindhouse look to it.
Yeah, no, I do too. I like it. I like it a lot. So the special effects for Dylial consist largely of a puppet in some scenes, and then obviously they were doing stop motion in other scenes when he'd like jump off of the dresser. And
his
stuff
face
like
is creepy.
Yeah. When Belial's hand is seen attacking his victims, that is a glove that was worn actually by Henenlotter himself. And the puppet is used in scenes with an actor and where the eyes are glowing red. That's the puppet. The sequence for Belial's rampage used the stop motion animation. So they had a lot of effects work going into that, which is really cool. I do love how they put all of that together. So good shit there. And then
I had a question for you.
Yeah.
Did I give you the DVD of this? Because I can't find it.
I don't think so. I'll go through.
I used to have something weird video of one of it. I just thought of that now when I was reading through notes.
Did you check all those boxes you haven't sent me?
Yeah, that's what I was doing like a second ago. I was trying to find it when you were reading.
Oh, okay, I got you. No, it's
yeah, Matt. I have like 4 boxes I meant to send Dylan like 10 years ago, and I'm like still like gonna send them.
It's a running joke.
He has
I don't care.
Shipping.
It's all good, bro. Like you are the man, and I just appreciate you thinking of me. If I happen to ever get those, that'd be cool. I'll watch them, but if not, I appreciate it.
You ordered the 10-year shipping, so it's like 2 more years.
It's the thought that counts.
Right. The 10-year shipping was, I think it was only like 75 million Italian lira or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, now it's like $3.
Shut the fuck up.
You should send it. You should send it to him in a wicker basket
with a lock on it, please. Yes. That would be awesome.
Either.
Yeah, and then I'll have to be like the guy in the fucking theater and like kick the lock off, and then boom, it's my twin, Dylial. Oh no. Holy shit! I thought this was movies. Yeah. All right, Mikey, take it away on our box office and release notes, please.
All right. So, Basket Case was released theatrically in the United States by Analysis Films Releasing Corporation beginning in 1982. Though it filmed in 16 millimeter, it was blown up to 35 for its original theater release. It was played as a midnight movie for several years after this, which makes sense, honestly.
Yeah.
Basket Case released on Betamax and VHS by Media Home Entertainment.
Nice.
It was released on DVD in the United States by Image Entertainment in 1998. In 2001, a special edition DVD was released by Something Weird Video. Something Weird also released it in 2011 on Blu-ray.
Nice.
That company doesn't exist anymore. The owner died, I think. He died of cancer, and then I think Agfa Films is like selling their stuff now. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Okay. That's not in the notes. I just remember that part. Henenlotter supervised a Blu-ray himself with features restoration of a 35 millimeter inner positive with the original 16 millimeter negative, which initially had been lost, used as a reference. 2017 announced that the Arrow Blu-ray would release Basket Case on Blu-ray DVD featuring a 4K restoration of the film overseen by MoMA, which is this one.
Nice.
I've had it for a while. The release includes such bonus features as audio commentary by what do we say? Van Hentenryck?
I think it was Hentenryck. Van Hentenryck?
Hentenryck, okay. And Henenlotter, interviews with members of the cast and making of featurette in 1972 directed Slash of the Knife.
Nice. Okay. So that's on your copy.
Issued, Let me see. I've only watched the movie. Oh, yeah, it's right here. Yeah.
Cool.
I want to watch the interviews on here. I didn't watch the short film. I forgot that was even on here.
Well, that's your homework, man.
Well, yeah,
you gotta let us know how that is.
And then also, there's an animated short on here too, Belial's Dream.
Oh fuck, cool.
That's got to be really interesting.
I bet.
I think I'll dive into this later. I've only watched like the main movie on there, obviously. All right, that's all for that notes.
No, that's cool. Yeah, we when you stepped away, Mathius and I were just like, oh shit, I haven't seen that. I have to check that out. So now you gotta check it out and let us know how it is.
Update next episode, which is tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna do kind of like we're gonna have to pack a couple episodes in a couple days. So yeah, man. Cool. So reviews from IMDb. So one thing, I don't know if I'll include this in the episode or not. So Carla, my wife, is like one of our biggest fans, which is awesome. She listens to like every episode, and she said to me today, why do you guys shoot the reviewers again? So I think it kind of got lost. So I'm just going to remind everybody, the reason that we pull out the shotgun and shoot them, it's a joke. We don't hate you for leaving reviews, good or bad. We call them the Harambe reviews, and it was just some random bullshit. So if you know the story of our poor heavenly Harambe, a kid fell into the gorilla cage, right? And Harambe was just the silverback gorilla who was there. He wasn't hurting the kid. It was neutral. But they had to put the gorilla down because the kid and the parent was stupid. So as the joke, whether you leave a good review or a bad review, you're not really doing anything wrong, but we're going to kill you anyway. I don't know if we should keep doing that. Or if we should just, I don't know. I don't know. I like
it too.
I love it.
Yeah, I like it too. So we'll just remind you guys, that's the joke. We don't just be killing to kill. We kill because it's hilarious. No.
Well, I mean, at first we were ripping the dicks off of the,
Yeah, that was a lot more violent. That's true. We used to cut off the dicks of the critics and put them in the penis box for Hugh Janus to eat. So yeah. That's a lot worse. All right, Mikey.
Gets me. Okay.
Oh, fuck. I'll let you take it away.
The 1-star review for now. Okay.
All right.
There's one where it's atrocious, amateurish, archaic, aside from the 1980s New York, which is interesting. It's a snooze fest. This person said. I wanted to do a better one than that one.
Oh, no. That's
it's like a short one from like...
All right. Nice.
Okay, here's one. This is even shorter, but I was told this movie was good. I was expecting something watchable, but I saw was the biggest waste of a movie ever. The movie isn't worth $3 to spend to watch. Please never watch this movie. And then the title is, this movie is so bad, don't bother seeing it.
Wow. All right. Well,
it's from October of 2000.
Our little angry Harambe. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, man. These 10 out of 10s are like essays.
Oh, and the glass again. Okay, got it.
I like how I said amateurish when it was literally his first movie.
Yeah. I mean, it was a $35,000 film. I don't know what you want. Like, come on, guy. All right, cool.
Okay, this one, they don't get much better. One of the absolute best low-budget horror movies of all time. Made in 1982, it's a bit dated, but the special effects are cool for the time. It shows seedy side of New York, much like Taxi Driver did, but Taxi Driver only had Robert De Niro. Basket Case has Belial, a mutated half-brother carried around in a basket by his normal brother taking revenge on the doctors. Nothing like a woman to drive the two brothers apart. It's a must-see for any true horror fanatic. It's got plenty of gore. That should be on your soundboard from now on, honestly.
You should totally put it on your soundboard. Just have Belial like screaming randomly through your podcast.
Anytime Mikey does something that's not exactly what it's supposed to be.
Anytime I'm reading, just to throw me off.
Nice.
All right, where was I? Okay. It's got plenty of gore, especially the surgery scene. If I remember it correctly, it's truly a lost classic, but whatever you do, don't watch the sequels. Like many other sequels, horror films carrying cash on the success of the original, they fall short and come close to ruining the image of Belial. The sequels are just as bad as the last Chainsaw sequel, but don't even get me started on that one. Go check out Basket Case. Enjoy one of the best horror movies you'll ever see.
All right. Well,
I don't know. I think
that's
my opinion on the sequels. They're just fun. They're fun, like horror comedies.
Yeah.
They're more comedy than anything else.
All right. Hey, well, thank you for your reviews. We appreciate your service. All right. That's a little more respectful, right? All right, cool. All righty. Wonderful. Thank you, Mikey. We appreciate that, buddy. Yeah. All right. And
no, seriously, when we do the next one, you should just have me, you screaming while I'm reading.
We'll find out. I'm thinking we need a new character cameo to kind of. So we've had
Dylial.
Yeah, Dylial. I think Dylial I think Dylial might show up soon. We'll see. We'll see what the fuck happens. All right, cool. All right, friends, let's get the fuck out of here. We appreciate you guys listening in, and we've had a ton of fucking fun hanging out with Mathius the Ill from Mutant City Horror. Once again, if you haven't, go check out Mutant City Horror on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcasts. Go listen to them. Also, check them out on Instagram. They just do a lot of fun stuff. And they have some video now up on Instagram recorded with Alan Danziger from Texas Chainsaw as a part of the 50th anniversary of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And they have just a lot of fucking fun episodes, bro. I highly recommend go start with There's Something in the Barn. That got me into the show, man. That's my personal recommendation on their show.
We're Blade in the Dark. That's my favorite episode.
They're a lot, but that's where I started and I had fun with it. So yeah, so grab your popcorn, grab your fucking candies, grab some sody pops, god damn it. We need to sell some before they expire. This week, you're going home with some dope ass flicks that were curated by none other than Mathius the Ill. All right, sir. So what do you want to send our listeners home with this week?
Before anything, I do want to thank you guys for having me on here, and it has been a fucking rocky good time to be here, so thank you very much.
I hope you had fun. I do.
I absolutely did. I wish PG could have joined us, but next time.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
I'm going to start out with the ones that he left me to talk about.
Okay.
The first one he put out there was Miami Connection, 1987. And a martial arts rock band goes up against a band of motorcycle ninjas who have tightened their grip on Florida's narcotic trade.
Let's fucking go. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
Dylan, I think you would really like that one, honestly.
And the second one he's got here is Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things, 1972.
That's a good one, too.
Where six friends in a theatrical troupe dig up a corpse on an abandoned island to use in a mock satanic rite. It backfires with deadly consequences.
Nice.
It's actually a good pick.
Yeah, awesome. Cool.
Good pick. I had a couple. I would like to put in there Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Definitely a movie that I haven't revisited in a long time. A vulgar private detective is hired to find a missing groupie and is drawn into a mystery involving a series of murders tied to the music industry. Gilbert Gottfried. Also an appearance by Ed O'Neill. We all love that guy.
Nice. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And my other one, I wanted to kind of give homage to somebody we just lost, R.I.P., to Carl Weathers.
Okay, yeah.
Rest in peace.
I wanted to throw up Action Jackson.
Well, that's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah, and definitely a movie that I could have picked any movie that we could remember him by. So there's a lot of them, but this is one of those ones that kind of sleeps under the radar, I think. So I chose that one.
Nice.
Vengeance. Made in 1988. Vengeance drives a tough Detroit cop to stay on the trail of a power-hungry auto magnate who is systematically eliminating his competition. And I do believe a child-friendly movie was also
like a family flick or a kid's film. Yeah.
I wanted to put out there. I don't know if this was put out there already, but The Labyrinth.
Nice.
I thought was always a good one.
Yes, absolutely. 1986, wonderful David Bowie flick. I think we've sent this once, but what I was telling PG when I was texting him, because he's like, "Oh, what have you guys covered? I don't want to double anything up." I'm like, "Fuck that, man!" Like, you guys, the video store experience, the rental store experience, you could go in and rent the same movie 18 times because you thought it was awesome, right? So that
I've done
awesome.
it before.
Exactly. So I love. It doesn't really matter if it's the second time or not. We love this film, and we've sent it once before, and we're sending it with you again because other people love this fucking film. So we love it, man.
Yeah, you got some Jennifer Connelly, some David Bowie, and the great effects of Jim Henson, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
Classic.
Absolutely. You know what's funny?
Absolutely
Actually, on our last roundtable episode where we have Troy, who's been Troy's been a long time listener since like the beginning, and really cool guy. He's from Canada. He sent it was a Christmas.
He started the
theme,
wildfires there.
Yeah, he starts wildfires with Scabby Man. I don't know if you know about that. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. But he sent a Jim Henson for the kids too, which was Jim Henson's Christmas Carol. So I had to watch that after he suggested it because I hadn't watched it in years and years and years. And that was just a ton of fun. So I got to love some Jim Henson shit, man. It's good.
Did that actually have the Muppets on it, or was it kind of its own thing?
No, it did. And I think it actually was by Brian Henson because I think it was in memory of Jim Henson, but it did have all the Muppets.
I think he died before it.
Yeah, so I think Brian did it as like, and there was in memory of Jim. But yeah, all the Muppets were in there. That's a lot of fun. That's a good classic Christmas film. But anyway, yeah. So we love sending Jim Henson here at VHS Doom.
Just before, can I bring up the fact that, or do you guys know this? Jim Henson played one role that I can remember. I don't know if I brought this up in our podcast before, but he played a role in the movie Scanners.
Did he? I didn't.
Did he?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
He made an appearance for this one event, and he was the dude that got his head exploded.
What? Okay, I'm going to have to go and watch that and like catch that.
I don't know why he chose that. He's all like, I wouldn't play in any other movie, but for some reason he chose that role.
That's awesome.
Bro, that's fucking awesome.
Right?
Cool. Hey, listen to this. That's Mutant City Horrors dropping knowledge bombs on VHS Doom today. Mathius the Ill coming in. I love it, man. Good shit. All right. Well, friends, we're going to get the fuck out of here. But we appreciate all of you listening in. Next week, we got a lot going on. So our schedule, I feel like our roster changes up pretty frequently. If we get an interview in, this might change. But next week, what we're planning on doing for you guys, Mikey, you want to let them know?
Is Fred Decker's Night of the Creeps.
That's right, motherfuckers.
One of the best horror comedies ever.
A goddamn Tom Atkins mustache ride once again. Oh, man. So much fun. Cool. So shout outs this week. I'm going to shout out, as always, my buddy, and he's producing just so much awesome content for the show. Bearded Villain 83. Mike, you are the man. I work with two Mikes here, Mikey and Mike. So we're having a lot of fun making a lot of cool content with him. So thank you so much for everything you do. As always, I shout out Mutant City Horror because I fucking love that podcast, and today it's even more pertinent, right? I'm gonna
love you guys, yeah, fuck yeah.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna shout out Toothbrain Productions again because they're just doing a lot of fun stuff, and I want to keep working with you guys. So hit me up. Let's talk more about this VHS store idea you got going on, and then I'm also gonna shout out, as I did not last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, Alfonso Zavala on Instagram. Alfonso is maybe one of the most engaged listeners that we have when it comes to theories and conversation. The man comes up with some really cool thoughts, and we discuss a lot about a lot of different horror films. And he actually requested Child's Play. So Child's Play is coming soon, probably after the Night of the Creeps, around some interviews that we're doing. So we're going to get to that soon because of Alfonso. So Alfonso, thank you so much for listening in and being a regular customer here at VHS Doom. Mikey, what you got?
You had like 2 more shout outs you were going to do.
Did I? Did you type them in and they haven't come up yet? I don't see it.
Is one to Belial?
Dylial?
Could be.
Bro, I don't see it. I guess my notes aren't updating quickly enough.
You'll probably get it later.
Yeah. That's all right. That's all right.
So
okay.
I'm going to shout out
you shout them out
Tangents
for me.
of Horror Podcast, the Movie Dumpster, who's on YouTube, and they do a podcast. They're really awesome. They review movies. And Film We Trust Podcast, which I just submitted some stuff for. They did on their last episode about Terrifier. Doom Generation Podcast, which we hope we worked with them soon. And Troy, and my co-host on my other podcast, Jimmy.
Dab Jimmy. Awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. And Mr. Mathius, did you want to shout anybody out? You're more than welcome to.
Well, I just wanted to say, like, I mean, as for right now, like, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, man.
We have a lot of friends on Instagram. I don't have the list in front of me, but for all of you guys that have tuned in thus far, thank you very much. We definitely enjoy putting out the content, and we enjoy collaborating with other podcasts like this one. And I love the fact that you guys know about like the Arrow movies and Severin movies and stuff, because those companies are pretty badass bringing stuff to us on home video that we found very hard to get. So
yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah, no, this has been fun, and I'm truly glad that you guys were able to do this.
Yeah, man, me too. I'm glad we made it work, and I really do. I think if we can get PG on and you on again, and we'll do Basket Case 2, I think that would be a lot of fucking fun. So we'll
absolutely
we'll plan that out. So as always, friends, don't forget to come on the podcast. If you have a project that you want to promote, you can shoot us an email at vhsdoom@gmail.com and twerk till it fucking hurts.
Fuck yeah.
As always, man. Oh, what did Mikey type? And beep till you creep. I don't know what the fuck he's typing in here. All right, goodbye. Awesome.
It looks like a squashed octopus.